Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing some clips from 10 May. So if you want to see your clips showcased on my channel, it's really easy. All you gotta do is add me online. My line ID is in the description down below. It's Predatorxvx. Send me a message. Hey, I want to submit this clip for your video, and then send me a YouTube link. Don't send me a Google Drive. Don't just send me a random file. Send me a YouTube link to your YouTube or to your video, and I will download it off YouTube and use it that way. That way I can actually just have them all in a folder and I can kind of see which videos I want to do next. It really helps me out and I can make a great video for you. Also, if you guys want to shout out to anything, your channel, your guild, whatever it is, just let me know. I can do that. I can blur out the chat if needed. That's pretty as much I'm going to do. If you want me to like blur out your troop comps and all that, you can do that for me before you send it to me, because I like to show troop comps if possible. Anyway, so we're going to be starting off with a rally. So the first rally is going to be from Boozy from EXQ. It's going to be on 10 May's rally trap. He's around 500 mil in this rally, or this clip. He's not like a super low rally trap or anything like that, but it doesn't really matter. He gets hit all the time, so that's all you need to do is make sure you can bait a rally. You can be a rally trap. If your rally trap's a billion might and you get rallied all the time, guess what? That's awesome. If you're 200 mil might and you get rallied all the time, that's awesome. If you're 500 mil might and you get rallied all the time, that's awesome. Because again, in the end, you get the trap rallies. It doesn't really matter what your might is. So again, he's going to be taking about 4 or 5 rallies in today's video, so I hope you guys are ready. The first rally is coming in very soon. He's going to get ready. He's going to actually just click on his watchtower here to kind of see what's going on. He's already in his war gear. Guess what? He doesn't have crazy scary war gear. He's a low pay to play player. So guess what? He's not going to scare anyone away with purple gear. That's pretty much my fake gear on my rally trap. So anyways, the rally is coming in. He had plenty of time to actually counter. He was just checking his wall to make sure that everything was okay. If he needed to switch some heroes up, he could. If he's wanted to switch some familiars up, he could do that as well. So as soon as the rally hits, it's good to pop the ante as long as you don't want them to know your comp. If you're baiting without an ante, you technically don't need to put an ante on because they already have your comp. If they get a walk back, you don't really need to put the ante on right away. Unless there's another guild that might want to rally you, you don't really need to do that because they have your comp as well. So, but if they don't get a walk back, you want to put the ante on if you haven't already showed them your comp. So let's take a look at the report here, see how he did against EXR. So it was at 2.306, not quite a full rally. Took about 2 million losses on there, but it was a quite good lead. And again, he did he didn't full counter it. He actually took that in infantry, it looks like. So he decided to take it in his rain. That's always an option when you have a rain trap. You can see he does have a rain trap. You can take it in the rain or you can full counter. If you have counter on your account, it's always better to full counter. If you don't have counter on your account, sometimes taking a non-full counter, just like an infantry on infantry, is okay in a rain trap. It is an expensive heal as long as your guild is okay with healing as well and they don't blackwing. So again, this is going to be the second one. It's coming in really fast. The recorder basically got on right before the rally hit here. This one is from ACNCNX3 something 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 weird name. So that was the rally lead. There was technically a double rally set on him. The first rally is hit already. Was able to cap that rally pretty easily. Again, he only has about 200k beds, so that's kind of something he has right there. The thing about rally trapping nowadays is sometimes having full beds is counterproductive if you're taking a lot of rallies, because you have to rebuild pretty quickly after all the rallies, because the Pack 5 familiars are a lot of times giving you about 1 million reds every single rally, even if you full counter. So that's that. We're getting a little bit of lag here. This is not your computer lagging, by the way, obviously, because I'm still talking. This is actually the recording that was lagging. So his computer, when he was recording, was lagging there. So there is another rally coming in, so he's got to get ready for that one as well. But like I said, he has about 200k beds. A lot of that is just so he can rebuild troops after each rally, and it's cheaper to do so because if you're taking from good rally leads, you're going to take reds. If you're taking from really good rally leads, you're probably going to take 1 million reds every single rally, even if you counter. It's just how it's going to happen, so might as well have more what's called training speed to do that, because the what's called 300k troops you might save from having more infirmaries is not going to make up for the retraining of all those troops from the faster training speed, if that makes sense. Because 300k troops, not too hard to rebuild, but if you're having to rebuild like a couple million troops, having the extra manners is actually cheaper in the long run. If you're taking hits from like noodle rally leads, have as many beds as you can, because you probably won't take many reds, but obviously from like 100 and what was this guy? Let's go. This guy was only 66 castle stars, but still 66 castle stars with mythic champ. You're probably going to take some reds from that one, at least a million reds, because usually they're just their pack 5 familiars will do the million, and then hopefully your infirmaries can take the rest. Maybe. So anyway, so we're gonna move on. They did cancel the second rally on that one. I guess they didn't want to go in after he capped the first one, didn't do a crazy amount of damage, so they decided to cancel the second rally. So we're gonna move on to the next one, and this is going to be from another day. There's going to be JST's going to be coming in this time. He is much bigger now, so he has built up his trap up to 600 mil might, but it doesn't seem to matter. People still want to rally him, even though he's not running like no anti or anything like that. It's just these big guilds, they see 500-600 mil might guys nowadays in their kingdoms, and yeah, they just want to rally them, even if they're online. It's just something they do, especially if they have the bunny running. Then it's just like, oh, let's go anyways. Maybe we'll burn them, maybe we won't. Depends how strong the rally trap is, or how good your comp is at that point, and how good your gear is, and all that stuff. Because guess what? Sometimes these 500 mil might guys, 600 mil might guys, 700 mil might guys, they just don't have a comp that can take a max hit anymore, or just a good rally lead hit. Because a lot of these guys are like 120 castle stars, all that stuff. So a lot of times they're getting walkbacks from these 600 mil might guys who don't have a lot of troops, maybe have higher research might, are not set up for rally trapping. They're more set up for like joining rallies and stuff like that. So anyway, so the rally's gonna be coming in quite soon here. This guy's quite strong. YK Ming 08 from JST. Looks like they've also set a tracker rally on another guildmate of his, maybe someone who joined the rally, so maybe they were thinking of rallying him after this rally came in. So he's going to get ready for this. He's going to throw in his mixed war gear. I think he's going to throw on a not an anti-scout, a 2 times multiplier of your comp, whatever it's called. Anyways, the troop comp the troops coming in. There's quite a bit of tier 5 in here. They carpeted that really fast. Even though he actually switched pretty quickly there within a couple seconds, it was not fast enough, actually. That's the good thing about a rain trap, though. It didn't full counter him, so he did take that in his tier 4, which technically means he lost some troops. Looks like he lost about 1,600 troops, 2.1 from a full counter, not a full counter, a non-counter, a infantry on infantry hit, I believe. Yeah, he was still an infantry wedge for that one, so did take some reds for that. Did take quite a bit, because again, it's tier 4 frontline there, but 124 castle stars, does have mythic champ in there, so quite a big hit. And there was a lot of tier 5 in that rally, over 1 million tier 5, so these are some big boys, and you want to have a little bit bigger of a comp for that. So again, that's kind of why I think he's sitting up around 600 mil than the 500 mil you saw in the previous clip. So they are going to go in for another rally. They did see the huge drop, even though there was no walk back. They're like, okay, that's the one we want to hit. He's going to go in for a second rally. Hopefully our trap can get the full counter off this time. He does have a big enough comp to full counter, and honestly, you probably do not want to take a you don't want to not counter these guys. They are quite strong. So let's see. There's about a minute left on here. So he's basically just repairing his wall, getting everything ready for that. He's going to extinguish his fire, because he actually has quite a big wall in this account. How big is this wall? 500k. So yeah, decently sized wall. Might help get a couple extra rounds of range hits or something like that before the troops come in. But again, a big wall can hinder you as well, because all your troops are not doing damage while they are attacking your wall. Even though rallies usually almost instantly take out big walls anyways, but just keep that in mind, that your troops might miss a round of attacks if you have a big wall, just because your infantry and your cav are not attacking at that point. Your range will always attack, same with your siege. So if you have a lot of siege and a lot of range, you can have a big wall, because you might help you take a little bit less damage. Anyway, so the next rally lead is coming in here, so he's just getting ready. I think he's gonna pop a false info on this. Sorry, that's what it was called, false info. Just so if they can't get his scout that way, and if they do get his scout, it's twice as big, because you don't want to show them a small comp or they might just keep trying to rally you, and these Titans, they will keep doing that. So the rally is coming in about 2 seconds. Here comes the Coalition. It is a range rally. I think he's already in infantry, so he's going to go to infantry Phalanx instead of wedge. I don't think it really matters with the size of a front line. He has infantry or wedge at that point, but it's always better just to be safe and actually go to infantry foul in that situation, just in case they get into your back line after that. So let's see, he's got about 20 million troops here. Let's see how much damage they did this time. About 1 million red still, even though they did full counter. Again, this is actually the biggest chance for a walkback is this situation. Not that it matters because they're using Bunny anyways, but you can see there's about 400k to the front line and about 1 million damage to the back line. That was all Pack 5 familiars, if you guys are wondering. 1.085 from the Pack 5 familiars, about 400k from the actual troops damage there. So let's take a look at his gear here. 61 castle stars, so not as strong as the last guy. Had a little bit of tempering going on there. So the last guy was much stronger, the 124 castle star guy, but you can see that the damage wasn't too different, just because, again, those Pack 5 familiars do so much damage. Even though, let's say, the other guy did about 600k more damage to the front line, the back line damage was very similar, as you saw. So it doesn't really change. So anyways, I think this was the last clip I was showcasing here. So great job to Tanmay. Again, hopefully I have blurred out the chat like he asked me to, because I sometimes forget to do that. So I will do that. That was the first guy, YK Ming. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because people have been asking in the comments, is like, how is my arm doing, all that. So I'm just going to increase the size of this so you guys can see me a little better here. One second. Whoop. Okay. Now I'm all white. So anyways, my hand itself, I'm gonna just move this forward just a little bit. So my hand itself, I still cannot move the hand back, so I am kind of still stuck in this position. Well, not stuck, it's just the muscles on the back of my forearm here are not working. They're still numb. The nerve got damaged and the arm wrestling was up here, so apparently it takes a long time to rebuild and get back down there. They said about 1 inch a month is how it heals. Since it was about halfway up my arm is really long. I'm like 6'3", so just to get down to like my elbow, it's gonna take probably 3 or 4 months, just based on just how they said. I do have the cast on here. The arm itself, like the break part, is healing pretty well. The bone itself is pretty much not completely healed, but it's solid now. It doesn't move around. Doctor said that was good. So I don't really have much pain in the upper arm or anything like that, other than like stiffness and stuff from the cast. It's a removable cast. I can take it off and put it back on, so that's nice. But again, the big problem is the nerve damage, so I can't I can't really use the hand unless I have a brace on, and because I can't pull the fingers back, just because the muscles that pull the fingers back and the wrist back are actually in your forearm here, and that nerve basically attaches to those, and it's not really sending signals right now, so just kind of numb up here, which doesn't allow me to do this or this. I can do like the opposite way. So all the muscles on the bottom are totally fine. I can grip and all that. I can grip things, but I can't lift my hand up without having a brace on, which I do use for stuff nowadays, just so I can actually grip things. Whoop, it's falling down again. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found the, the 4th code today in the video. Hope you guys found that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.